welcome to the Progress Sessions, and I have Amy and Molly here from Rise to Health. Welcome.
Thank you.
It is like 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, which is really early for me, but I think these girls are used to getting up super early, right?
Yeah, I think we usually were like 6, aren't we? 6, 7.
You had your client at 6:30.
Yeah, the client at 6:30 this morning.
So regular for us. Try and get to bed early and get up early.
So I invited you on to the IGTV today because you're basically holistic health coaches. Is that right? Is that what you'd like to be called?
Yeah, you come from like holistic. Obviously, it comes from every kind of point of view, really. So every kind of hitting all those movement, nutrition, and the well-being side. So yeah.
And so if you start by maybe telling us a little bit about what you do. I know you both kind of come at this from different perspectives, which is what's really great about you guys. So what do you both do, and kind of how did you come about launching Rise to Health?
Yeah, okay, cool. So my background is a lot more holistic, I guess you could say, spiritual aspect to it as well. I don't like using that term, but that's something that somebody could grasp hold of what I do. So my background, I used to be a dancer, and then I led into yoga teaching. So I've been teaching yoga for a few years, and I also teach Pilates. I'm into plant-based nutrition, so I've got a little bit of knowledge in that. Molly sweeps me up on the latest stuff, but yeah, mine's a lot more, I guess you call it holistic, but I would say more holistic as well, but in a different kind of approach. So
yeah. So I think that's why it works so well, because we'll take little bits from each other. So my background's more into football, so come from more of a team sport environment, which is I've been built on training in a weight room since I was quite young, so that's kind of my expertise, if you would like to say. So training different kinds of maybe athletes and even beginners as well. And I did my master's in sports nutrition as well, so always trying to keep up with the latest nutrition information.
So you like science and I'm like nature, but we can
yeah.
It sounds brilliant. So how did you launch Rise to Health?
So we'd been thinking for a long time, because we worked in the same kind of place, and then we came out of that workspace and we just thought, why don't we mold our ideas together? And we always wanted to put something together, didn't we, as our own. So we'd been planning stuff for a while, and then we would actually aim to start at the end of this year, didn't we?
End of this year, but then COVID
COVID happened, we were in lockdown, we're like, why don't we just do it now, start it now while we've got all this time. So
and people have got the time, and a lot of people need the help with their body physically as well as mentally. It was a tough time for a lot of people, so we started doing free online workout videos, which is good fun, on a Sunday on Facebook, and it was just nice to kind of share what we do with everybody else, and we had such great reviews, and that's when we started to get our name out there a little bit, I guess, which is kind of cool. So
I mean, lockdown's been a funny old time, hasn't it? I know, just you've either kind of gone one of two ways from what I can see from my friends and family. You've either kind of gone super energized, doing loads of different classes online and getting really fit, and then there's me. Basically I just didn't do anything. And lost sight of everything, stopped doing my yoga, stopped kind of doing anything. It's only kind of in the last few weeks that I thought, do you know what, I've got to get back on this. Even my food, my nutrition, I just started to eat just crap.
I think that time as well, either way whatever people went, if they were more active or if they weren't, I think it was a good time to learn yourself what you want to take from that time on your own, because you might be like, I've started this new habit, I want to carry on with that, or you've maybe been a bit less active and then being like, no, I need to get myself into gear. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a bad thing either way, to be honest.
Yeah, I think what it was with me is because I was starting to reposition my own business, and so I became so busy in my mind that all I could focus on was the business, and actually, as all can happen so often to lots of different people, you kind of forget that you need the balance of the health in your mind, and because I used to be so good with my daily rituals, whether it's my grateful mornings that I do on Instagram, and kind of getting up super early. I used to go to I Am Yogi in like 6:30 in the morning, and they just all kind of collapsed. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to.
You're not alone.
It's just the same story for so many people, especially kind of small business owners, kind of having to work from home if they're not used to it, or anything really. So we talked about what narratives or behaviours in the kind of holistic health space, or the health space in general, that you've noticed that you kind of want to get away from. You think, do you know what, I don't like this about the health industry. And what you want to do as Rise to Health, how do you want to kind of change this, and how do you think you're going to do
that? I think from my perspective, I think being a fitness coach, fitness professional, aesthetics is a massive one. So whether you're a coach, even as a coach, I feel like we have a lot of pressure to almost look a certain way.
Be like 0% body fat.
Yeah. So I think we've both went through those times. We've both went through those times where we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have that expectation. And it's good to obviously have that expectation of yourself, but I think we want to put that perspective in a different way, that just because you know a lot of information doesn't mean you have to actually look a certain way. Like, you're there to coach people, you're there to live a healthy life, not to look like no body fat. Do you know what I mean? So we are really trying to lean away from that and bring all these mindfulness tasks into play as well. So
I think that's really lovely, because you've got that whole idea that I like to kind of push as well, is that it's about progress, not perfection. That we've all got our kind of little times when we aren't working as well, or aren't doing exactly how we imagine it. And certainly as kind of health coaches, I imagine people really do expect that you're kind of on it all the time, you're always eating healthily. But I'm sure maybe you have a few like days when that's maybe the case.
It's about that 80-20%, isn't it? Yeah. 8% good, 20% not so good. Or just being more relaxed with it. I think it's a lot more about being relaxed. That's the kind of approach we like to take. I'm just trying to think from a holistic health point. So whenever people hear holistic, I think a lot of people think that you sit there meditating for hours on end, you don't drink wine, you don't go out and party. They just think that you're some kind of guru. Whenever you hear the word holistic, people think it's all very like out there spiritual stuff, but it's not. It's taking a whole round approach to your health. So you're looking at your nutrition, you're looking at your mental well-being, you're looking at your physical health as well. So it's all about the whole three coming together. That's what I like to think holistic comes across as, and that's what we like to put out there as well. So
so kind of trying to before those kind of old narratives that holistic may be too hippie or too spiritual, but actually it's just looking at everything all together and how it all works.
And taking aspects from West and from the East as well. So it's not just Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic, from India. You're taking it from the West as well. So it's that science and nature and different backgrounds coming together, which is nice.